Welcome to episode 3 of Art Beats with the Studio T. I'm your host Gilani, bringing you everything about the art world here in Oman. Today we have a unique artist, but it's really about the story of a young girl who followed her ambition, her determination, and her dream. How did she do it? She boarded a flight from Tehran and went to Dubai, and the rest is history. This is her great work, and let's meet the artist Mahnoush, also known as Mia. Welcome her to the show. Mahnoush, or Mia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and you're welcome to the gallery.
It is an absolutely stunning gallery. It is a feast to the eyes. I love your art.
Thank you
And
so
I'm
much.
going to talk a lot more about your art in this show. But right now, I want to talk about this young 17-year-old girl who had a vision and a dream. And she took a flight from Tehran, landed in Dubai, and with 2 paintings in her hands was walking on the street saying, I want to be an artist and I want to live in this city. How did you find the courage at such a young age to follow your dream?
Well, everyone has their own dream and their own vision.
Yeah.
When you believe that one day you can make it up and you reach to your dream and make it truth, you can do it with your hard work.
Because, today everybody talks about visioning. Everybody talks about vision boards and manifestation. But you actually did it. You believed that you will get to do these big projects. You believe that you will paint for hotels and you will paint for palaces, and you ended up doing that. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How did you go about this?
Actually, I had a big dream in my mind. I grew up with this vision that one day I'm gonna get the big projects of the hotels around the world. I'm gonna have my own paintings on the palaces and for the royal family. And when I was talking about that with my family, they would laugh at me. And for anyone actually, that little girl was talking about this kind of thing, they said, yeah, hopefully you will get it, but nobody believed that. The only person I believed it was myself.
So you have to believe in yourself, because that's a message to everybody out there, to believe in themselves, because nobody else will believe it for you. Somebody watching there may have the similar dream. And so you went to Dubai and you came across a company which provided you access to prestigious projects, and you got started with doing creative work on Ibn Battuta Mall.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That's so story you told me. I've just been in Dubai with 2 paintings in my hand and walking from this building to that building. So one of those guys in that towers, they just found me, what are you doing here? You're a little girl in this savage garden, what you are doing? I said, I have 2 paintings, I'm gonna sell it. I didn't say I want to sell it, I'm gonna sell it. So I said, just come up, let's see what you have. And then they start to have some phone calls, and then they introduced me to the J.C. Macklin company, which was working on this mall.
Okay.
So they introduced me to them, said, take this girl, she can do it. And then I started working there for 6 months.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So you started with that,
Yeah.
and then you were in a position where the company you worked for sent you to very wealthy clients, and you went to their mansions around the world and to palaces
Yes.
of influential families,
Yes.
and you would custom make those art.
Yeah.
What was the thought going through your mind when you walked into these mega palaces and you had to create work? Were you a little scared?
No way.
You were not scared?
No.
So you said you walked into a palace and you said, I've got this.
Yeah, because I had a big image in my mind long time ago. I've been seeing myself in these palaces when I was very little. So
Wow.
it was not a very new places for me. It's like second time I've been there.
So you walked in and you said, I was meant to be here.
Yes.
I was meant to do this,
Yes.
and I was meant to create art for these.
Sure.
And you turned out to be very successful. You were booked up for these mega projects and these hotels around the world. Like you had no time to rest. Am I right?
Yeah, I've been really hard work for like 12 hours, 11 hours, 15 hours when I had the
And it was
project.
skill, so it was you doing the work with your own hands.
Yes.
So it was not mass-produced art; it was custom-made art
Exactly.
each time.
Each time.
Wow. So where did you find the strength and what do you call it? The stamina to keep going and continuing hours after hours painting.
Actually, I was enjoying to drawing. There is a key for any success in your life that first of all you have to know yourself. You know what you want from this life and what gift you got from you got it from the God. You are gifted. Each of us we are gifted. So you have to find out what you have as a gift, and then you have to work on it very hard. If you do it, you can reach.
So it's tapping into your talent and then it's hard work.
Yeah.
So to everybody out there, I have to say that you have to put in the hours. You have to put in the work because it will not come easy.
No.
And you are a proof that if you did the hard work, your name will be on hotel walls and palaces around the world. You have made art into something very successful, which has, and making money from art is something very important for artists looking, for young people.
Yeah.
How do I make it a living? Because the world says you cannot survive being an artist. You
True.
cannot eat food if you have to just sell paintings. But you are here to say, no, you can.
You can, definitely.
Yes.
Whatever you want from this life, you can take it.
Wow.
As I'm saying, it's only related to what you believe, how much belief that you have on yourself, and what you want to get, you will get.
So enough talk. We're going to go see your art because viewers, what I want to tell you is that her art is so unique. It's almost 3D. It jumps out from the painting. And let's show you some of that work. Okay, so let us come to one of your big projects of hotels, and this particular section is all the paintings going to a hotel project in Doha.
Yeah.
So can you, what was the order? How many paintings do you have to do?
I got 13 pieces order.
Okay.
Yeah, for the lobby area.
So these are all going for the lobby. So what has been the inspiration and how have you gone about it?
This is the same as a landscape of Doha. Is different places from the souk, the very old places location, to the city and towers.
So the old city, the modern city.
And Islamic museum.
This is the Islamic Museum. I
Yeah.
wanted to, it's very iconic architecture that they've got.
Yes. And this is a souk also. It's very old. I found very old photos from.
So is that your
Doha.
process? Is you take photos and that inspires you for
Yeah.
your creative process?
For this project, actually, I had a trip 2 times to Doha.
Okay.
Because sometimes I out of the photos, I have to see the places. I get some feelings about that location.
So that's what I think it is. It is the feeling that you have to capture
Yes.
into the painting.
Yes.
And sometimes that will not come through a photograph. It is through
Definitely.
physically experiencing the place.
Definitely, I cannot only use the photos. I have to be there for some times and feel it.
That's great. Okay, I really love this work. I'm really attracted to this one. Can you tell me a little bit about this piece?
Actually, this one for me is Oman.
This is Oman for you. This is what it represents.
Once I came to Oman, I started to take photos around.
Yeah.
And I mixed that photos. I bring something new out of the maybe.
So Oman was your inspiration. You took images of Oman, you put them together, and out came this image. I love the colors, the pink, the blue, the turquoise, the gold, and this whole 3D effect of it coming out. It is fascinating. I love it.
Thank you. Actually, this is my material. This is a different mixed media of acrylic. I mix them together and brings this new one out. That it doesn't get effect from the humidity and doesn't get any crack on it by the time.
Great.
The 3D vision to the painting.
It is fascinating. Okay, so there is a story about these wings that I think is very beautiful and inspiring. Can you tell us a little bit about this story?
Well, sometimes you feel very down and you forget about that gift you got from God. So, you leave everything.
So am I to understand that it was never all just success? Sometimes you hit obstacles and troubles, and you were unsuccessful.
Definitely. Sometimes, many times happened to you that you cannot do anything. You just fell down. For that time, I chose this wings collection. It was 7 pieces that takes me back to the 7th sky that I was there and I used to paint there.
So 7 wings taking you to the 7 heavens,
Yeah.
and so you soar again.
Exactly.
And how did you feel after you made this painting?
I got wings.
You got wings.
Yeah.
You were free,
I stand up stronger.
stronger, and rising up after you fall. And that is a message for every artist out there. Whenever you are down, whenever you are depressed, whenever you're in a dark place, paint about it. It'll give you wings. It'll make you reach further up. This is very important. Creativity leads to fulfillment and out of our depressions. Okay, Mia, let's come to my favorite part of your collection, which is the Royal Family Collection. I mean, these pieces are absolutely stunning. They almost look realistic. Is this like a photograph?
Seriously? No.
So they're not photographs, it's all handmade.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so can you walk us through this?
Okay, I was trying to do portrait from the royal family is in a different way, which I use gold leaves and silver leaves in their paintings, and also add my my material as a background.
Yes, so it is like the carvings of the throne, you know,
Yes.
and of the royal palace, all these engravings. So this is really fascinating material. What's in it? How have you come about it?
A good cook never give you a secret or ingredients.
So a good cook never gives the secret to her ingredients. So you can't know how she gets this, but what you can do is buy this art. So it is absolutely stunning. So let's see the other royal family collection. Okay, Mia, let's come to this one. Like, wow, I really love this. You've got the huge royal throne at the back. Tell me about this process.
Actually, I love these pieces. First of all, it took really long time for me to finish it because of the chair and because of the very small touches, like dots for the chairs.
So all of this work, I don't know if you can see it, it is the intricate work of the royal throne that you've captured. How long did it take you?
For both almost 2 months.
So it took you 2 months to just get those chairs right. I mean, there is a lot of work. It's like a couture gown that takes forever with creative hard work. It is really stunning. But my favorite piece I'm keeping for the last, the royal portrait, which I'm in love with. And when you're not looking, I'm going to steal it. Let's have a look. Okay, so with all these royal family photographs, they are gorgeous, but my favorite is this one with the silver at the background. Yeah. It is absolutely with the 2 sultans with their hands joined. It says so much about handover, about transition.
True.
It's absolutely gorgeous. What inspired you?
Well, that time Majesty Sultan Qaboos passed away. I received the first photo. It was like about this painting that Sultan said, "I leave my country to your safe hands."
Wow.
Which means a lot to me. So I choose this photo for my first painting after that time.
So
Passed away.
this is what really started your royal family collection, isn't it? It's one of your first paintings, right?
The first painting from the royal family in Oman, it was only about Sultan Qaboos.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but this is the first one after he passed away.
Wow, it's absolutely stunning. Now I have something very interesting for all of you to see. She is, of course, known for these elaborate paintings which are like couture design collections, but you also are doing something innovative, which is you have an entire collection of affordable art, ready to buy art that is here in your gallery.
Yeah.
Can we have a look?
Sure, please.
Wow. Wow, I love it. All of this is ready to purchase, affordable pieces here. So these are amazing gift items with great packaging. What inspired you to make this affordable line collection?
Well, I love to. Everybody has some art pieces stand up because it's now these days having artwork is gonna be very expensive and it's not easy to get. So I was thinking and stuff that you get a flower for someone for 50 riyal, 40 riyal, 60 riyal, sweets or whatever, you can get the one piece of this artworks that's gonna stay forever.
And these are not prints. These are actually, you've actually worked on them.
Yes, this is the original.
This is an original small painting.
Yes, and the unique pieces.
They're
It's not
unique,
a
so
copy.
they're not mass produced.
Yes, masterpiece.
Wow. Well, that wraps up our third episode with Art Beats. I'm your host Gilani, here with the extremely talented Mia, Mahnoush, and thank you for your time. You guys keep watching. I'll be bringing you more creative stuff in Oman. Thank you. Bye-bye.